Introducing the Barbie STEM Kit, a science kit that's all about Barbie. Help Barbie and her friend Nikki solve challenges and save the day using real science and engineering. Construct a spinning closet rack that really rotates to help Barbie sort her clothes. Make a washing machine and a shoe rack while learning how gears work. Science saves the day in the Barbie STEM Kit.
Why? Why is STEM Barbie growing flowers to paint dresses? Why isn't she designing bridges or building cars? Why do toy creators think the way to get girls interested in engineering is through making coat racks and relaxing in a hammock? Toys both reflect and create powerful social norms. Every profession has these norms, and they subconsciously affect our perceptions. Let's take a couple examples. Would you trust this man to paint your nails? Or this woman to fix your toilet? How about vice versa? Even though their appearance has nothing to do with their ability to do either task, you probably made some assumptions about their qualifications based just on an image. These hidden assumptions and biases exist for almost any profession. A professor is expected to look and act one way, an engineer another. This movie is a story of the classic water engineer and how this idea has changed over time. Presenting How Hard Is Your Hat? Let's take a look at the history of the Netherlands.
My name is Bakker, Sam Bakker, engineer with the Netherlands Water Ministry. My job to fight the sea, to protect the old land, and to make new land. As my father did, as my son will do.
Listen to the verbs he uses to describe his job. Fight, protect, make. This duty is passed down from father to son through the generations. And who is his enemy?
But time and again, up into recent years, the sea would break through with sudden fury. Aided by rain-swollen rivers, it would rip through the dikes we had built with such care, destroying homes, devastating whole villages, and forcing the inhabitants to flee for their lives.
The engineer sees himself as the protector of the nation, defending his people against attacks from nature. Although Dutch society has changed since the construction of the dikes, this image of an engineer as a heroic male remains a powerful one. Think about your own assumptions. What sort of qualities do you think of in a good engineer? Rational, strong, technical, resourceful, daring? Are these attributes that society, the media, and movies typically present as masculine or feminine qualities? Masculinities and femininities are a given culture's way of acting like a man or woman. To maintain our identities, we constantly perform these roles. Men, for instance, may prove they are real men by emphasizing what are seen as masculine qualities, masking their emotions, showing physical strength, earning money. Consciously or not, we all perform these qualities to fit social expectations. Anthropologist Tatiana Guerrero explains.
There's this word, perform, which is like you go to a theater and you perform. So there are scholars that say gender is performed. You learn certain things and you imitate them. So it's the same thing, I guess, for professional cultures. You perform. I perform as a scientist. So if you are a scientist, you are expected to behave in a certain way, and that way, that sort of culture that we all share, it's gendered. Not like it's gendered in a specific time and place.
Even though there is no reason that a man or woman cannot perform these tasks equally well, professional norms operate subconsciously and give certain persons or ideas more authority than others. Engineering has historically been done by men. Because of this, the professional culture has been tied up with ideas of masculinity. Its heroes are often portrayed as daring soldiers, and its projects are often tied to national pride. Tools, hard hats, calculations, these are all associated with a manly image and a certain way of technically solving problems. An engineer should act unemotional and rational, approaching water as a problem to be solved and controlled with force. Looking through IHE's history, we can see reflections of masculine culture in the Institute. Let's study this case further.
Encouraged by the engineering knowledge which flourished during the Delta works, the ambassador of Pakistan to the Netherlands, Her Excellency Mrs. Begum Ra'ana Liaquat Ali Khan, requested the Dutch government to share its experiences with other countries facing similar problems. It was the birth of IHE. IHE's beginnings were certainly successful. The first international course in hydraulic engineering in 1957 was attended by 44 participants from 21 different countries, well above expectation. The course, pioneered by the IHE, was the first in Europe to attract foreign mid-career professionals to upgrade their knowledge, and it attracted increasing attention in the next decade.
These old images reveal much about the early culture of the Institute. The early trainees were taught a certain approach to water, controlling nature through technical prowess as a model of modern success. Not only are the vast majority of the students male, the artwork and symbols that adorn the Institute promote a certain image of engineering. Surrounded by portraits of Dutch dignitaries decorated with medals, the students are instructed by male professors in formal suits. The subjects taught in the school illustrate a certain approach: reclamation, flood defense, and infrastructure. The job of engineering was very much to control, manage, and protect. In the 61 years since IHE was founded, however, much has changed in the field of water, as knowledge has grown and concerns have broadened. Dr. Margriet Zwaardiven explains.
At least in water, it's still very much dominated by what is called the heart, the engineering. But I think it's important. But at the same time, through ecology and through attention to the environment, a lot of the heart is becoming softer, with room for the river and allowing nature, etc. And my hope is that through the social sciences, this difference between hard and soft will also dissolve. Because I'm not against engineers at all. I think engineers are very much needed. I like engineers, but I think that how engineering knowledge is seen, mobilized, and invoked is wrong. And I think I would love to have more collaborations between engineers and natural scientists and social scientists. Yeah.
Is this collaboration occurring at IHE and beyond?
So IHE is changing in the sense that we are adding more social sciences to the program within water management and governance, but also within the practitioner organizations, the other disciplines are increasingly being appreciated.
Since 1965, IHE's curriculum has expanded to include water science, management, and governance. Along with this change in content, there has been a change in the student body. From just one woman in 1965, female students now make up 38.5% of the master candidates at IHE. Yet old traditions run deep, and changing professional cultures involves far more than balancing percentages.
So numbers matter, but of course that historic legacy, what you just described, of the tradition of men studying water, and you need to be strong to fight the water and to protect the country against flooding, that is not something that is very easily erased by just increasing diversity in the classroom. It's a first step, but it will take also, it also means a change in attitude of the lecturers. It also means a change in the study materials. It also makes a change in the building, in the facilities, etc.
These changes will do far more than a special Barbie to challenge the masculinities of engineering. With more women and professionals from different fields involved with water, the idea of engineering is expanding and changing. Water managers must now wear many hats. Perhaps the old image will give way to something new. This shift is interesting. Let us wait and watch. So, how hard is your hat?